Hello, this is Rinpoche, Tashidelik, and welcome everyone. It is a pleasure to be with you all here again. So today I will be answering a question, and this question comes from Karine Limeri. And the question is, are there 3 kayas or more? So I will be answering this question as short and detailed as possible. In explained ways, there are more than 3 kayas. The kayas are explained as 2 kayas, 3 kayas, and 5 kayas. So just to explain briefly, the 2 kayas are explained as Chuku and Zuku. So basically Chuku meaning Dharmakaya, and Zuku divides into 2, which are Longchu Dzogbiku and Tudbiku, Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. And explaining in 3 ways, which is the most popular as we know, is Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Nirmanakaya, Chukulongku Tulku, or you can explain in the Tibetan Buddhist language as Chulong Tulsum. And they're also explained in 5 ways, especially according to the Mahayoga and Nyingma tradition. Some of them are explained in 5, which are Chuku, Longku, Tulku, the 3 kayas as explained in general, and then on top is Vajrakaya and Sambhodikaya, which are Minjur Dorjiku and Ngombar Changchubiku. So all these 5. There's also another way which is explained as Chuku Longku Tulku, Ngowonyichiku, and then Minjur Dorjiku. Also explained in that way. But to be precise, and I think the 3 kayas, which are the most popular way as explained, are it summarizes all of them very well. It's just that it divides into more detail according to different traditions and different practices. But if we're talking about 3 kayas, I think all of these do summarize in these 3 very well. So a brief explanation about the 3 kayas. Okay, we'll start off with Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya is actually a formless body that is attained after we are enlightened. So if you're talking about form, we can't see Dharmakaya. And for that example, if you look into traditions or practices, let's say the Dzogchen and the Mahamudra, you can see for Dzogchen, the Dharmakaya is represented by Kunduzangpo, which I think a lot of you watching this would know, Kunduzangpo, Chugu Kunduzangpo. And if you're talking about Mahamudra, which has been a very closer side for me, we explain it through by the representation of Chuku Dorje Chang. So these 2, Kunduzangpo and Dorje Chang, if you look at their depicted image, the color of their body is blue, sky blue. So it's basically blue. So the reason is the blue represents the sky. So the sky, as we know, is limitless. You can say the sky is there. Look, the sky is so beautiful. The sky is so clear. But the truth is, where is the sky? Can you touch it? Is there a limit to it? It's unexplainable, but yet it still exists. Like it still exists as it is. So because of that, Chugu Kunduzangpo, Chugu Dorje Chang, the representation of the color of their body is blue. Always remember that. And that is because the Chuku is actually formless. It's something that we cannot see. And that is the first out of the 3 kayas, Dharmakaya. So that's a brief explanation for you all. So coming to the second kaya out of the 3 kayas, the Sambhogakaya, Longchu Dzogbiku. So if I explain it briefly, Sambhogakaya is a form that of course we can see, as I explained. It's one of the Zuku, one of the form bodies, body with form of a Buddha. But if I say, can everyone see it? No. Only those who are not obscured with karmic depths are able to see the Sambhogakaya form. So basically, if I put it into context, the beings of the six realms are not able to see the Sambhogakaya form. For example, the Sambhogakaya, like the most popular that we know would be Avalokiteshvara, Chenrezik, or Jambe Yang, Menzushiri, or Vajrapani, Changna Dorje, or Chambagombo, Maitreya Bodhisattva. And all these, are we able to see them? No, but there's always still been a connection through the text, through the practices, the explanation of their forms, of course. But yet, are we able to see them? No, because of our defilements, because of we being obscured with our karmic depths. And that is why we are not able to see Sambhogakaya form. And because also the Sambhogakaya forms represents Tsenzangpo Sumju Soni, Peche Sangpo Jachu, and all these different qualities. So due to being obscured with karmic depths, with karma, we are not able to see the Sambhogakaya form. Only those basically who are le thakpa, we explain it as le thakpa and le matakpa. So those who are le thakpa, who are not obscured with karma, are able to see. So I could say those who are at least at the bodhisattva, first level of the bodhisattva, satangpo, yen, those above from the first level to level 10 bodhisattvas are able to see the Sambhogakaya form. Other than that, we are not able to see due to being obscured with karmic depths. Yes. So coming to the third is the Nirmanakaya form, Tulpiku, out of the Kusum, Chukulunku Tulku, the third Tulpiku, Nirmanakaya, out of the three Kayas. So Tulpiku is a form which even defiled beings are able to see and connect with. For example, Guru Petmasambhava, Prince Siddhartha, Buddha Shakyamuni, they came on earth, they lived, they connected, they benefited beings. All of their activities happened on earth. Why today we are able to connect with such precious teachings is because of the kindness and compassion of Buddha Shakyamuni. And he was on earth around 2600 years ago. So the Nirmanakaya form is what Buddha Shakyamuni and Guru Rinpoche represented. So basically Guru Rinpoche and Buddha Shakyamuni, their forms are what we call the Nirmanakaya form. The form that we human beings, we defiled beings are able to even see and connect with. You could hear their voice, you could see them, but that doesn't mean that they are only Nirmanakaya. As I said before, in order to achieve Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya, one has to achieve the Dharmakaya, which is the Buddha nature itself. So once achieving that through the aspirations and the intents that have been from previous, while accumulating merit and purifying yourself, those aspirations are becoming true by actually actualizing and attaining the Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya form in order to benefit all beings. So that is it. Nirmanakaya, we human beings and the six realms, the six realm beings are able to perceive and see. And just like that, the Buddha went to heaven, the gods had connected, the Nagas, for example, all these, as we all know, the six realms, the six beings, six realm beings were able to connect with Buddha Shakyamuni and Guru Rinpoche. So these are very clear in the history. So that is it. A brief explanation of the three kayas. Dharmakaya. What is the second? Sambhogakaya. The third, Nirmanakaya. Chuku, Lonku, Tulku. The three kayas, the three bodies of an enlightened being, the three bodies of a Buddha. Kusum. And if I add in here, during our practices or our accumulation of merit, we always have aspiration. Our motivation is that we become enlightened, we become the Buddha, so that we can really help all mother sentient beings. That's the semche. We say semche is the intention of all our good deeds, our practices, especially our Buddhist practices. That's the base or the foundation for whatever we do. So during this, when we pray, may we attain enlightenment. In becoming enlightened is achieving Dharmakaya. But when we are also aspiring that may we, after attaining enlightenment, after attaining Sangye Kompang or Buddhahood, may we help all mother sentient beings. And that is through Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya, through Longchu Dzogpiku and Tulpiku, through those forms that we are able to also relate and connect with the sentient beings, the beings. So that is something to keep in mind. The three kayas, that's also, when I explained before, it's also explained as two kayas, kunyi, chuku and zuku. So when we say zuku, it's explaining Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. But the word zuk means form. That means there is form. But when we say Dharmakaya, chuku, it is without form. It's the true nature of the Buddha. And of course, there is a limit to what we can explain for the Dharmakaya, because it's just purely the nature, the true nature of who we are. But to explain it in words, it will be limited, of course. So that is something to keep in mind. We attain Dharmakaya for ourselves, Rangdun Chetu, Chuku Toba, and then Shendun, for the benefit of others, we attain Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. Shendun Drupichetu, Longchu Dzogpiku Tang Tulpiku. So that is something good to keep in mind. So Karine Limeri, I hope this video and my answers here give you some insight to your question, and I hope it clears somewhat of your doubt that you needed to clear. And yes, thank you for your question, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much, and wishing you all nothing but love, prayers, and peace. Take care.